I humbly ask, though 'tis sudden, where doth lie hell? Whilst the demons laugh, the people weep. Since it doth lie outside the bounds of virtuous deeds, I shall undertake the task of felling the netherworld. For I am a vulgar samurai of lowest rank. I have no intent of dying the honorable death of a warrior.
In the
Let's talk about Baiken! Finally, this season of DLC has blessed me with something I can actually fucking vibe with. Gold Lewis, whack. Jacko, whack. Happy Chaos, whack. Her? She's tight as fuck! It may not come as a surprise to you that I was, excited about Baiken. She's so fucking cool! You're telling me that I can have a character in this game that rewards me for blocking? That I can have a character that amplifies defensive options and forces my enemy to think about their approach options, and she's a cool-ass samurai? Fuck yeah! Sign me up! They removed her alpha counters. Fuck! It's fine, you know, it's fine. I'm sure they gave us some good stuff to compensate for her entire character, so let's look at everything they gave her and see how it changes her actual design. Let's start with her normals. Baiken's normals are pretty good. Her fastest move is her 5P, coming out in a respectable 5 frames, making it a decent but risky mashing option. It can be comboed into her 6K, which is an advancing kitsch, which can lead to a basic combo or frame trap depending on how you're feeling. Her slash moves all go very far, with fast slash being able to connect round start with an opponent and leading to decent damage. Her 2S is her best poke, traveling about a quarter of the screen. However, unless you land a counter hit or hit very close, you won't be getting a combo off of it, unfortunately. Her jumping S is also extremely good air poke as it covers a large downwards angle. You cannot beat me! My strategy is unparalleled! They said Icarus flew too close to the sun, but he just didn't pack his factor 50! What are you gonna do? This move is unbeatable! Oh. Yeah, so in the decision I can only describe as Daisuke's infinite wisdom and unquestionable vision, none of Baiken's slashes have a disjointed hitbox. Not having a disjointed option means that a lot of Baiken's pressure isn't exactly safe to spam, so you're going to have to use it sparingly so you don't get twatted out the sky or have your 2S traded with. While this does suck when it happens, it's not like you don't have disjointed options. Look at this hitbox! Look at it! Look at it! Baiken's heavy slash moves are like crack with pilk. It is fucking addicting to just go for these whenever you can. 5H has really good range, it's fast, and it's so disjointed that it's practically safe to throw out and cancel into another move. Her jumping heavy slash has a very linear hitbox, so you can go to actually hit someone through an anti-air if you time it right. Her 2H also has a slide along the floor like she just slipped on an ice skating ring or some shit, I don't know, jokes are hard, and knocks the enemy down, leading to a full combo. And her 6H, fuck, this move is so good. It's slow as shit. It takes 20 frames to start up and is extremely negative on block, but it causes a bounce effect if it hits, so you get a full combo conversion with Oki afterwards. And if it counter hits, so help you God, you're the one playing Baiken, because if you're not, you're going to be seeing the big fella himself outside those pearly gates. Before we go on to that crazy shit, we need to go over her specials. Baiken's specials are able to completely change how a battle works. We'll go from the least to most impactful. Let's start with Yozansen. 236S in the air has Baiken spin some swords in a large arc around her. It can only be activated in the air and doesn't have any overhead invisibility, so it's hard to use in an anti-air. But the massive range means that it's very good at denying your enemy the opportunity to advance towards you. It's also very fast, so if you're able to use a jump cancelable move, you can jump and use the move to perform an instant overhead. Thanks to your 2D being a about as fast. You get a free 50-50 off of a close slash. Your low option is much safer as you're able to cancel into something else to keep yourself safe, but the overhead gives you more damage and leads to a full combo with meter. This is her least useful move, by the way. This character's awesome. 236k is her tatami gaish. Baiken slams the ground with her foot and causes a tatami mat to appear from, somewhere. Using this move on the ground gives it 2 hits. The first hit launches the opponent upwards if they're close enough, so you can get a full combo, making it a good conversion tool. The first hit also destroys any projectile that's about to hit you, which is cool. It also has a second hit that makes it safe on block. You can also use it in the air. The air version spawns a projectile version of the tatami mat that appears from, somewhere, and it's active all the way down, meaning that you get a bunch of plus frames if it hits a grounded opponent. How many plus frames? 7. 7 entire plus frames. You can literally have a true block string into her close slash or a frame trap into her heavy slash. Her 236p is Hagari. Baiken does a cool little pose, and that's it. I don't know why they added this move. It's kind of redundant. It's like, I have a taunt button. Like, what's the point of this? Oh my god! Yeah, so instead of having old moves that she could perform during block strings, like in the old Guilty Gear games, Baiken gets a fucking parry that does 130 damage. Forces you to fall on your ass at round start range and looks so cool. Also, you can RC the parry after it hits for a combo, or you could RC the recover to remove the literally massive downside it has. You can option select in Strive. It's so dumb. I fucking love it. It does have a massive downside, though. It has 45 frames of recovery. For those of you not well versed in frame data, there are 60 frames in a second, meaning that you're recovering for 3/4 of a second. You basically have an entire second of you just standing there while your enemy can get in whatever crazy punish they want to do. It is active on frame 1, so even though you have to spend at least 3 frames doing the motion input, you can still do it mid-block string if people are deciding to stagger pressure you. Once Baiken players master doing this shit and get a few good reads on their opponents, they're going to be terrified to fight against them because you can literally take away 1/3 of their health because they pressed a button on their turn. What the fuck? It's funny, and it actually makes the skill ceiling for Baiken pretty high. Not the highest in the game, and comparing it to her old shenanigans, it's debatable, but it's a nice option to have in the game where some characters will just stagger you for days. But it does have its limits. You can't parry any throws, so Kai players will have a fucking field day with you, and God help you if you're close to Potemkin, and they don't parry projectiles. And Eddie. Eddie counts as a projectile. Don't try to parry Eddie. You want to know something that will stop him? Baiken's final special move, yes, I know there's only 4 moves, shut up, is Kabari. It has 2 versions. Let's start with the heavy slash version. Baiken throws out a fucking Rayman hook claw and pulls the enemy slightly closer to her. She has a follow-up move by pressing heavy slash again. If you just press the button normally, you frame trap the opponent. It can be beaten pretty easily with a 6p, a DP, or something like that. But if you don't go for the follow-up, you're only -3, so it doesn't matter that much. If you hold the button, you go further and you can actually pass through your opponent. This can lead to situations where the opponent just misses completely and you get a free punish. It's pretty cool. It also gets you a hard knockdown, so you can do an air dash forward into tatami mat and boom, you're plus as fuck. Good job. Now the slash version. You're in my world now, fucker! Meet the tether. This is Baiken's most defining feature as a character. If this move hits the enemy on hit or block, you attach a tether to the enemy and now they literally can't run away from you. Seriously, they're stuck to staying within your preferred range. If they get far enough away, the tether gets tight and it forces them to fly back to you extremely fast. You also attach the tether to them when you land a successful throw. It allows for specific Oki mix-up and combos. Oh, the combos. Normally, the slash version of Kabari is so slow that you can't combo into it. But on counter hits, you just fucking end them. It's basically free corner loots on the entire screen. And if you're getting the added pushback from the corner, you just get free layer loops to do 3/4 of the enemy's health. What the fuck? This is so goddamn funny. You add a super onto those combos and the fucking enemy just implodes off of a single counter hit. They literally get turned into fucking dust. It's so fucking cool. And it keeps her identity of a defensive character because it needs to be a counter hit. She does have one glaring weakness though. While she's able to deny a specific area of the screen with her air tatami mat and Yosan-sen, she doesn't actually have very good range. She has no projectiles and she can't pressure from full screen. In situations like this, there's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there, slowly edging your way in, and it's painful. You might as well just give up in this kind of situation. Is that a gun? Yeah, shoot that motherfucker! You call that a gun, Happy Chaos? This is a gun! Obligatory, I may be out of X, but I'm not out of options joke. Funny stinger. I really like this character. Okay, bye.